Alright lads, it's TurboNZ. Welcome back to another rant on the channel. Today, I am talking about my vision for the future of the Prismabot Discord bot. If you guys don't know, I have a Discord server. You can join up from the link in the description. It is a community server for 3 different creators' communities, and the idea is to just, make things, number one, a little bit easier because, I got 2 of my mates who, like, both of their communities are in the Discord server. It's great. We pull together all of our people, makes our servers more active because, we've only got 1 server. And yeah, the main thing that I've been doing is working on a bot for the Discord server that lets you link your account on GeoGuessr with your Discord account, and once you've done that, you can play in my daily challenges. And it's a really fun time playing the GeoGuessr daily challenges, in my opinion. However, I have to say the development took a while, and that's not only because I'm quite busy, but also because I just noticed that I was spending a lot of time debugging problems that I really think could have just been fixed by simply not having everything combined into one bot. So my new solution is instead to make it a split architecture. I'm going to have an API for my backend that interacts with a database. I think it's going to interact with GeoGuessr in the API and not the front end. And it's also going to run... Oh, you might be right with the Spain there. Oh no. Yeah, I think it's going to interact with GeoGuessr in the backend, but in the front end, it's going to interact with Discord. The front end is its own code base. And the idea behind that is if I have them split, I can see errors for one separately from the other errors. It's also going to be open source, so that's a reason why I wanted to ground rebuild it rather than take from the original code. I want to design it for open source and make it like, you can use this too, The way I had it coded before was just not ideal. I feel a little embarrassed sharing that code, and I think also designing it for open source makes it, it gives me a quality standard to stick to. I think that was sort of partially why I wanted to do it. I haven't started on it just yet, and there is a simple reason for that. There have been bugs with my original Discord bot, and I have spent ages talking about them in the rants already. It's only been a small while since we started doing the rant series, but I have talked about so many bugs, and I finally fixed it. There was one overarching bug, and that was just that the day number in the database wouldn't go up every single day. And I have fixed that. So if you want to check out the video explaining my fix, that was in yesterday's rant. But yeah, it's sort of like, it's something that I really want to get around to, is splitting that bot in half, rebuilding it, having a better code base. I haven't gotten around to it, but there is also one problem on my mind. I'm making a GitHub repo for it. Currently, I'm doing the API first. But my main problem is with my working system. Once I get it live, how do I make it so that when I'm using Git, how do I have a development branch that doesn't get run ever, but how can I just press a button that just literally pushes the code into the folder that of the live version of the API, so the version of the API that's actually running 24/7. How do I push the code in, but not have the development code be pushed in until I press that button? And how do I keep that tracked in Git? I want to be able to press one button that just sends the code over immediately, just overwrites any code that I had in there originally, overwrites it, shows that I pushed it in Git. How do I do that? I don't know. So if anyone does know a little bit about Git, I don't know if it's going to be solvable completely by Git, but I am coding the development version on the same Raspberry Pi that's hosting the live version, and there's a simple reason for that. It's just I like being able to SSH into it. Well, not SSH, but like I like being able to use the VS Code web tunnel system. I like being able to use that because it means that I can oh, I think this might actually, I don't know. Yeah, I like being able to use the web tunnel because it means I can code on my phone. And it also means that I can code on anything that has a web browser, not just, like, I don't have to install SSH. I just need anything that has a web browser. And I like that. However, I do not know how I can use just like a simple button that just pushes that code over. I'm sure there's got to be a way. I do not know it yet, though. But yeah, that's gonna be my focus for the next while, is, you know, getting that API system in. However, as I said, this is about the vision of the bot, and the vision that I have sort of surrounds the whole project. Originally it was just a Discord bot, but what I want to do now is I want to make it into a I want to make it into a like website. I want to make it into a I want to make it into a website. I want to make it into a Discord bot, and I want to be able to expand it to anywhere else in the future. You know, if I find another program that I can code a bot for, I want to be able to do that. And the whole system is a gamified version of a Discord bot. I mean, the main platform I'm coding it for is Discord originally, but I want a website so that I can do easy payments, and I can, you know, do things that you can't really do with Discord UI. So I can show you graphs, I can show you, you know, I can show myself graphs, I can put, basically, you know, like I don't have to follow Discord's sort of strict UI systems. But the main stuff should be able to be controlled through Discord and Discord only. You know, it's just external things that need a bit of extra toolage. I can make my own website, and I can use the API independently from the Discord bot. I think that that's like more of the developer side of things. From a user side of things, this Discord bot is going to give you cosmetics in my Discord server. It's going to give you competition in my Discord server. There's going to be a leaderboard for people who have done the most quests. So quests could be something like sending a message in the Discord server, you know, supporting the community. Or sometimes they can also just be, you know, playing GeoGuessr. Like, if you play a specific map, maybe it might give you XP. Like, if you play 5 classic duels, not duels, like five classic games on X map, you know. Like, I can make my own quests based on the GeoGuessr API. I don't know if I'll be able to play 5 duels, but, like, you know, I'll be able to do certain things that I think would be, you know, fun to do, you know, like it can sort of level you up with your progress in games, and then you get cosmetics in the Discord server, and then maybe, you know, you get so close to getting this specific cosmetic in the Discord server, but you have used all of your game quests, you know, like you've played all of the quests you could for your game in the week, and you still want to get to the top of the leaderboard for that week to get like an extra bit of cosmetic currency, then you do something to support me to get that extra couple points, you know? I'm never going to do anything scummy. I want to do it for the fun of it, you know? Like, I want to make the bot sort of just a game that you can play, because, you know, you're volunteering to use the bot. It's not like, you know, I have any reason to make you use the bot. So I want to make it an actual fun experience, and I also want to make it a way that I can earn money simply, you know? Like, so being able to pay for cosmetics, multipliers, those sort of things. Like, stuff that's not really like, stuff that doesn't impact competition, but is still, you know, actually useful as a purchase, you know? I think that's the sort of thing that I want to try and learn how to do as well, you know, in programming. And yeah, I don't know if you guys share my vision on that, like, or understand it necessarily, but I don't think it's really like a complex idea. I guess the execution isn't really going to be the same from person to person. I'm sure some people would be hearing what I say and then think something different to what I'm actually thinking, but you know, the idea is gonna be the same no matter who hears it. You know, like execution might differ, you know, like am I gonna use a Discord embed for the leaderboard, you know, or am I just gonna use text? Obviously I'm gonna use an embed for design aesthetics, but you know, like other people could theoretically do the same idea, do it differently though, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to do this as my own little side project, and yeah, splitting it is the next step for me, and I'm very excited about it, hence why I talk about it so much, you know. It's a focus that I have, and yeah, if I can get it done, man, like, it's gonna be a very awesome day, a day that I finally, you know, migrate off of the original Discord bot. Because the original Discord bot, everything is combined architecture-wise. The API that I like, the GeoGuessr API interactions are combined with the database interactions, and they're also combined with the, you know, Discord and yeah, anything else currently. So I wanted to change the code base. With that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one tomorrow. That has been the final round of the day.